everyone, Dhruti here, speech pathologist. I have been sharing some ideas of things that you can do to help your child develop their language skills. So today I'm talking about books. So books are a great language learning tool. We know that reading to children from a very young age, as early as 8 months, has a significant impact on their early language development. So today I'm going to share some tips of things that you can do when you're sharing books with very young children or children who might be delayed in their language development and may not have as many words yet. So some important things to remember when sharing books are to follow your child's lead, be responsive to their communication attempts, provide more comments than questions, and use a lot of repetition. So I'm going to go through what I mean by that. When I talk about following your child's lead, that means look at what they're showing interest in the book. If they are going to the back of the book first, that's completely fine because they are going to learn more from what they're showing interest in rather than if you try to direct them to the front and try to read all the words and direct them to what you think is important or the way you think the book should be read. So firstly, follow what they're interested in. Then respond to their communication attempts. So if they point at a picture, say the word that matches the picture that they pointed to. And provide more comments than questions. So we know that comments are really helpful because you are exposing your child to more language rather than asking a question like, what's that? And provide lots and lots of repetition because we know that children need to learn or need to hear a word many, many times before they are able to understand it and use it. So repetition is so important. So I've got a book here, Dear Zoo, a very famous book. And a book like this is great for young children because it has little flaps that you can open, and that gives your child another opportunity to interact with the book or interact with you when they are opening the flaps. So if I was reading this with a child, I would firstly want to follow their lead. So I could start by reading the words, but if they weren't interested in that, I would follow whatever they wanted to do. So if they went right to the back of the book, that's absolutely fine. If they opened, I would say that word to match to give them the word that matches what they are doing. So as they're opening, I would say, open, open, opening. So with that, I've followed their lead. I have given them a comment. I've given them repetition, and with that, because it's a comment, it's not a question, I am providing them more exposure to language. So I would say open, and then maybe snake. Ooh, it's a snake, a snake. And then if your child does have some language, I would maybe try to extend that by adding more words to that. If they're able to understand and say snake, I might say long snake. Ooh, it's a long snake, or a long scary snake. So that is a really helpful way to share that book with your child. And again, it doesn't matter if you don't read all the words or go through everything back to front, as long as you are following their lead and adding language to that experience. Books which have repetitive phrases are really helpful as well, because once you do that more and more with your child, they will learn those phrases, and eventually that gives you an opportunity to pause and see if they fill in that pause with some sort of communication attempt. So that is my tip for you this time. Books are a great way to encourage your child to develop more language. So get out those books, start reading more and practicing those strategies. Remember to follow their lead, be responsive to them, use repetition, and provide more comments than questions. I hope you found that helpful. If you want to keep seeing more videos, please like, share, comment, and keep watching. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.